Basically, a data broker is just a company, an organization that gathers huge amounts of personal information about people, lots of people. What's kind of startling is how they piece it all together, right? Seemingly random bits, public records, what you browse online, what you buy, social media stuff. They stitch it together to create this really detailed profile of you, a consumer profile, and then they sell it.
How detailed are we talking? What's something surprising they might know?
The range, sure, the basics, name, address, age, if you're married, demographics. But then there's all the behavioral stuff, your browsing habits, obviously, your purchase history, every little thing, loyalty cards, even location tracking from your phone apps, social media activity, what you like, share, comment on.
Okay, that's already a lot.
Right. But then it gets into really sensitive territory. Yeah. Things like estimated health condition. So where do they get all this? Is it all just out there in public?
Some of it is surprisingly public, like government databases, court records, property ownership records, voter lists, even census data. Then there's the online tracking we sort of know about. Cookies, yeah. Digital fingerprinting, identifying your device, app usage, filling out those online contests or surveys. That's data collection too. So they gather all this data, mountains of it. What's the point? What's the business model here? Why know so much?
Well, they monetize it in some really powerful ways. The most obvious one is targeted advertising.
Right, the ads that follow you around.
Exactly. Super personalized promotions based on everything they know or infer about you.
But thinking about the individual listener, you, what are the real downsides, the risks?
First up is profiling and discrimination. This invisible profile that gets built about you. It can quietly influence huge decisions. And often, you have no idea this profile even exists, let alone that it's being used against you. Second big risk, data misuse and manipulation. When someone has such a detailed picture of your interests, maybe your vulnerabilities, your financial situation, you become a much easier target for tailored scams. Phishing attacks that seem incredibly convincing because they mention things relevant only to you.
That's scary.
Then there's the massive risk of data breaches. Think about it. These brokers are sitting on enormous centralized databases packed with sensitive information,
Making them huge targets for hackers.
Exactly. Huge, juicy targets. There was one breach at a U.S. broker. It exposed almost 3 billion records.
3 billion.
Yeah. And finally, maybe the most directly frightening risk, stalking, doxing, and real-world physical threats. Some of these broker sites make it disturbingly easy to find someone's home address, phone number, maybe even relatives' names.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that information getting out there publicly, it can absolutely enable harassment, stalking, people showing up at your door.
What does this actually mean for you listening right now? What can people do? Are there any steps to, fight back?
One route is the manual opt-out, the DIY approach. Now, a fair warning, this takes time, a significant amount of time and effort. First, you need to figure out which brokers have your data. We're talking big names like Axiom, Epsilon, Oracle, but also people search sites like Been Verified, Spokio, Intellius, White Pages. There are hundreds. So once you find your listings, you have to submit opt-out requests individually to each broker. This usually means hunting down their privacy page or a specific removal form on our website. So you need to monitor, check back every, say, 3 to 6 months. If your info reappears, you repeat the opt-out. Which leads to the other main option for people who maybe don't have that kind of time or, frankly, the energy to keep fighting that battle constantly.
Okay, what's that?
You can use an automated removal service, companies that specialize in doing this for you. My Data Removal is one example. They find where your data is exposed. They send out all those removal requests on your behalf. They handle the verification carefully. They monitor to see if it reappears.
Ah, so they do the ongoing checking too.
Exactly. They monitor for reappearance and resubmit requests as needed. And they usually provide reports so you can see the progress.
This deep dive really has taken us on quite a journey.
Absolutely. And I think it just underscores how vital it is to be aware, right? To be proactive.